First, we have AI that can write a poem, then AI can write an article, and then we have AI that can generate images, videos, codes, and even designing a website. In a sense, AI is slowly but surely able to replicate what humans can do. And I'm not talking about AI that can produce something. I'm specifically talking about AI that can do something, essentially acting like a human. And that's basically AI agents. I'm sure that you have heard the term before and you are probably wondering why it suddenly went viral and why people are talking about it. Well, because AI agents are different than traditional AI tools that we have been using in the last few years. The main thing here is interaction. A traditional AI tool like ChatGPT can visit a website and read all the text, but an AI agent will see the whole structure of the website. It can see the text, it can see the images, click the button, scroll the page, and generally do the task on your behalf. It is even possible to let an AI agent to use AI tools like Perplexity or ChatGPT. So it is machine controlling another machine. For a lot of people, AI agent is a new concept that is difficult to understand, but at its core, it's not that complicated. So in this video, I will show you how to use an AI agent to replicate some of your work, specifically related to SEO. But honestly, it can do more than that. This is just the basic. This video will show you how to use a free AI agent tool like Proxy to conduct a keyword research, analyze the competitors, and create a new AI article without you touching the website. That's right, AI agent will do the research, it will create the prompt, and it will publish the article on your website. It is really almost like a real human assistant. I will do the demonstration in real time so you will see every step that I perform in great detail. And by the end of this video, you will learn new things about AI agents and hopefully can implement this new technology in your daily work. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is my website. Actually, this is a demo website, and the goal here is that I want to use an AI agent to do a keyword research, and then I want it to do a competitor analysis. And this AI agent will open ChatGPT or other similar AI tools to prompt the AI and then produce content, and then it will copy and paste the content into my website. So yeah, as I said earlier, you can use AI agent to control an AI tool like ChatGPT. It's quite interesting. And the tool that I'm going to use is Proxy. This is actually a tool from a company called Convergence.ai. I'm going to leave the link in the video description so you can visit it. So this is just one among so many AI agent tools that are available on the internet right now. But the reason I'm choosing this is because it's the easiest to use and you don't have to worry about all the technicalities. You just need to send a prompt, just like you are prompting ChatGPT, but this AI will actually do tasks like a real human. It will browse the internet and it can interact with the web pages. Now I'm going to create a new account, and you can click on this button to create a new account. You can create an account using your email address, or you can also just log in to your Google account. I'm gonna go with my email address. Okay, I was finally able to log in to my Proxy account, and as you can see, this interface definitely looks similar to ChatGPT or pretty much most AI tools these days. You can see that there is a box here where you can prompt the AI agent, and on the left side there are some menus and your chat history will appear right here. And at the bottom you will see that there are some templates, or actually just AI prompts that other people, other users have created, and then they share it to this platform, and anyone can use the same prompting. But anyway, I will actually start prompting this AI agent. But before I'm showing you the prompt that I will use for the SEO task, I'm going to show the basic of the prompt so you will understand how this AI agent actually works. So I have prepared this simple prompt. This is actually just a few steps, and I think AI, especially AI agent, should be able to understand it. Okay, this is the prompt. Number one, go to Google and then search for Tesla Model 3 and then click the images tab. And on the page, on the image page, find a picture of a blue car, or I would say blue Tesla. And then if you found one, tell me the name of the website and finish the task. But if you don't find any, just finish the task. It's not a problem. The goal here is to find a website that hosts a picture of blue Tesla. But if AI wasn't able to find anything, then that's fine. Just finish the task. And by the way, I like formatting the prompt in this manner, the step-by-step process. It is not necessary. You can actually just prompt it with a regular paragraphs. But I think this way is a lot more structured, and if there is any problem, then you will know which step is causing the problem and how you can actually improve it. Now, I'm going to send this prompt and you will see that AI agent is different than regular AIs like ChatGPT or Cloud or Gemini. Alright, just click next, next, next. This is just an introduction, and you can see that AI is starting. You'll see that step-by-step process that AI will perform. And on the right side here, this is the preview. You cannot interact with it. This is just a screenshot about the thing that AI actually see. It is visiting Google. It is searching using the keyword Tesla Model 3, which is correct. It should be able to click the images section right here, and it will find the picture of blue Tesla. It is like a real human. It is interacting the page like a real person would do. It will click all the buttons, it will scroll the page, and it will see or read the content. And this is very different than traditional AIs like ChatGPT, where it can only read the text, but AI agent can see visual content. And as you can see, I found a picture of a blue Tesla Model 3 hosted on a website TechRadar. So I'm kind of wondering why it is showing me. I don't see any blue Tesla right here. Let's see. I don't see anything. I don't see any website that says TechRadar right here. Or maybe the blue, oh, this one. This is from TechRadar, definitely. And yeah, it is indeed blue Tesla. But this is actually much deeper. I was actually thinking that it is going to be showing me this because it looks kind of blue. Or maybe not, it is just the reflection of the sky. But yeah, this is correct. It is from TechRadar. This is definitely a blue Tesla. And that's really just one example of AI agent. It can see visual content, not just text, it can see images. That's something that traditional AIs cannot do. Now that you understand the basic, let's start something new. I'm going to create a new chat and I'm going to use an AI prompting to actually do a keyword research and then create an AI prompt to create content, and it will save the content to my WordPress website. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, the prompt is right here. I have prepared this very long prompt. This is containing 17 steps, and I don't want to explain it everything from scratch, and I actually will put this prompt in the video description in case you want to use it. But the idea here is that I want AI to go to a website like keywordshitter.com where it can get some data about keyword ideas based on the keyword seed, which is electric bicycles. And then I wanted to do the research. I wanted to pick one keyword from the list of ideas, and then I wanted to go to Google and then visit multiple websites, at least 3 websites that are not from ads. And then I wanted to learn the content about it. I want AI agent to see what area or what element that we have to improve on the content, and then go to ChatGPT or go to Perplexity Labs or this website. Basically, these are just some options of AI tools that people can access without login to an account or creating an account on the platform. This is very important because you probably don't want to send or give sensitive information like username and password to AI agent. Technically you can, but Proxy actually give you this warning that you don't have to give the sensitive information to AI agent if you're not comfortable. Actually, they offer a way to manage it safely, which is using Save Credentials feature. But this is a pro feature, and since I'm using the free account, I don't have access to this. But that's okay, because at least we have the option for some AI tools that doesn't need the user to log in or register an account. And the reason I'm giving it multiple options here is because sometimes websites like ChatGPT actually can see or can detect that if the website was being visited by a non-human, basically AI agent or AI bot, and it will block that. That's kind of ironic that website like ChatGPT, which is AI, doesn't want to be visited by AI. Yeah, you're going to see this very often, and that's why I give it multiple alternatives. And then on the step number 9, I want it to craft an AI prompt to generate a blog post based on the keyword that they choose and based on the competitor analysis. So I'm not going to prompt it. AI will do the prompting. AI will do the research and it will decide what is the most appropriate prompt for the content. And then send the prompt, wait until you see the AI response, and then click the copy button to copy the response from AI like ChatGPT or Perplexity Labs. And then log in to my WordPress website using this link. Okay, the link is empty right now because I'm planning to use a feature called temporary login in WordPress. Again, I don't want to share the username and the password, and that's why I'm going to be using a plugin called temporary login. This is actually quite a popular plugin among developers and WordPress users because it gives you access to the dashboard without having to share sensitive information like the password, and you can always revoke the access anytime you like. And therefore, this is perfect for our AI agent experiment. All right. Okay, there is this is actually the credential that I have created before. I'm going to remove it. I will create a new one. Let's click create new, and then the email, not really important. You can just use any random email, random@email.com. And then the role is gonna be administrator. You can actually set it to author if you just want to limit it, but I'm gonna go with administrator. And then let's click submit. Okay, now this is the temporary login link. I'm going to copy and paste the link into the prompt. All right, now under step number 13, click post and then add new post. It is actually the buttons that people need to click when they want to create a new article on WordPress. Click on this post and then click add new post. That's the typical way to do it, but I have to be more specific here because sometimes AI just not smart enough, not very intuitive to understand what button to click or what elements that it needs to interact with. And that's why it's always a good idea to be very specific in the prompting. And then type the article title in the article section. If you go to a new post, you will see that there are two distinct areas. There is this section to insert a title, and then there is this section that says type / to choose a blog. This is a Gutenberg editor. If you're using a classic editor, of course, the interface is going to be different and you are probably needed to modify the prompt. But I think I'm going to go with this. And then click type / to choose a blog. Again, this is referring to this area because according to my test, AI is so confused after it is inserting the title. It just doesn't know what else to click because it is not very intuitive. There is no button or indication or anything. You have to click this first before you can paste or insert the content, and that's very important. And on the step number 16, click save draft, and then I don't know why I do have this section. Okay, that was an error. Okay, the step number 16 is just click save draft and then the task is complete. Okay, that's the prompt that I'm going to use, and of course you can modify it, but that's basically it. And I have done this before, but with mixed result. This is really the challenge of AI. Even though you are giving it a very specific prompt, sometimes AI will wander around doing something that is not supposed to do. But that's why we have this interface. On the right side, there is this preview where you can see what AI is trying to do. And this is going to help you a lot to see whether or not AI is still on track following all the steps or it is trying something else. During my testing, it never do anything crazy, but sometimes it is trying to do some alternative, like on the step number 8 here, when I asked it to visit ChatGPT and then ChatGPT has a problem or showing an error message, AI agent is trying to do something else. It's trying to visit Gemini, it's trying to visit other AI tools because these are just alternatives and ChatGPT didn't work. And I think that's pretty cool, but on the other hand, some websites just don't allow people to create or interact with AI without creating an account first. So that's really a problem. And I think if you are an advanced user, you are going to be better off if you have the credentials feature. I think that's really worth it. But for just casual user, or if your task is not so complicated, I think the free plan is enough, because you are getting 5 credits every day, which I think quite generous. And by the way, let's move on to this area. I just want to show you that all the things that AI is doing. And you see it is choosing this topic, which is electric bicycle conversion kits. Again, that's the topic that AI choose. I'm not telling anything about it. I'm just asking it to create a topic, create a list of keywords based on the electric bicycles idea. But regarding the one that it wants to use, it is up to the AI agent. Now, this section is not something that you can interact with. This is screenshot. Again, this is not for you to intervene. There is a special section in Proxy that lets you interact or intervene with the thing that AI is doing, but this is really just a screenshot. You cannot do anything other than just oversee the whole process. And there is this navigation that lets you know in what step AI right now, and this doesn't correspond to the step that I just lay down in the prompt. This is a different step, but it is quite useful to see the progress of AI. And by the way, I think you probably have noticed that it is here on the same page multiple times. This is actually quite common behavior where AI just doesn't know where to go, so it's stuck in one page, but usually it will find its way to go back after a while and will continue to the next step. Okay, this process will take quite some time, so I'm going to just skip forward until AI has been able to finish all the steps. Okay, the task is complete according to Proxy, even though I can tell that this is definitely not the kind of article that I want to get from AI agent. And the funny thing is that I have been using this AI prompt multiple times, and they're actually creating an article. Not a great looking article, but it was able to create an article on my website. According to the answer, it was able to do, I would say, 95% of the task, except maybe the last step, which is just copy and paste the content from AI like ChatGPT or Perplexity into my website. But unfortunately, it was mistaken the step, and instead it is copying its own prompt right here. It is its own prompt that it created, and it pastes the content right here. That's definitely not correct. If you go back, you will see that the confusion started around here. Yeah, you see that there's this error message on this website saying that please enter a message to send. And even though you can tell that there is this content that has been created by AI, I think the Proxy AI agent is unable to find this button, this copy button, very tiny, and instead it is copying its own prompt, which is not something that I asked. But again, this is the reality of using AI. It is also trying to generate the article using Perplexity, but apparently Perplexity also has a problem with ChatGPT where it seems to be blocking access to user that is not human. So I think it is quite possible that website can block AI agent from visiting their pages. So that's going to be a problem or challenge with AI agents. This is definitely not content that I want to get. So I will try to follow up the task by sending another prompt. But by the way, if you want to interact with the page, you can click on this button. And this is exactly what AI agent in Proxy is seeing, and you can actually interact with the page. This is going to be quite a common theme on certain websites where it is only possible to access if you complete the CAPTCHA, the human or robot test. And unfortunately, AI cannot pass the test. And sometimes Proxy will ask you to intervene and you have to solve the puzzle yourself. Now, I can click this. This is not exactly responsive because what you are seeing is actually remote access, which means this is a computer somewhere else on the internet, somewhere across the globe. That's why it is very laggy. But it is possible to actually insert or interact with the page. Now, I'm going to remove the content and I'm going to send another prompt to Proxy. This is the new prompt. Actually, this is the follow-up. I see you weren't able to copy the content from AI and paste it to my WordPress website. Instead, you are just copying your own prompt and pasting it to the article body. Can you create an article directly instead? click on the empty area and start typing the article. I have to be specific here because it is not quite intuitive on WordPress page where there is no button to start writing. You have to click on the empty area to start inserting the content, and hopefully this prompt can solve the problem. Let's send the message again, and this is gonna be another waiting game. And the challenge of AI agent is it takes forever to do something. Of course, human could do this task maybe a lot faster compared to the current state of AI agent. But the benefit of AI agent is that you can set it running at a scheduled time of the day, and you don't actually have to monitor this every single time. If you are confident about the AI agent, that you are pretty sure that it will do the task correctly, you can leave it running and then you can do something else. You can do your own work or make some copy while agent is working on your behalf. So there's still some benefit to it, although right now it's very tricky. Okay, the article has been created and the task has been completed, but you can see that there is something wrong with this article structure. This is definitely not something that you want to publish on your website. So I'm going to enter the browser and I want to see what went wrong, but I suspect is Proxy, the AI agent, is putting the cursor in the wrong area, or maybe not. It is actually correct. So this is the top section of the article. It looks fine. It's not perfect, but it looks alright. But I think it is using the indented bullet point, and that's why it is getting smaller and smaller towards the end. And this is not the correct way to write an article. Again, the funny thing is that I've been using this prompt multiple times and they do work, but this time around it doesn't work. Yeah, when I'm recording my video, suddenly it doesn't work anymore. Okay, I repeat the session again. You can actually click on this button and then click repeat session. If you have any session that was ended or failed, you can repeat the same prompting again. And that's exactly what I did, because previously I wasn't able to continue because the session was ended, and unfortunately there is no way for me to continue or resume that session, and that's why I'm restarting everything from scratch using the same prompt. And hopefully this time around AI is able to finish all the tasks without any problem. Finger crossed. I just got this message from Proxy. It says that Proxy wasn't able to finish the task, and apparently it's because the steps that are required seems to be exceeding my account limit, and it suggests me to upgrade my account or starting fresh. That's very unfortunate, but that means I have to either upgrade to the Pro subscription, which is something that I'm not going to do right now, or I could just modify the prompt so it's gonna be more streamlined and hopefully it can get the job done. Alright, I have modified the prompt. I made it a bit shorter, and this is the new prompt. Don't worry, I'm going to put this new prompt in the video description as well. So basically the steps that I changed were the step number 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, and actually made it a bit shorter. Now it used to be 17, but now it's only 16 steps. So the step number 6 is just go to this website, and then this is a website that allows you to create an article for free. This is what the website look like, and you can create an AI article by just entering the topic. And I want AI to do the same. It will insert a topic and it will click generate article and wait until the article is fully generated and copy the article. Now, previously it has a problem of finding the copy button, so I asked it to memorize it if it cannot click the copy article button, and it will rewrite the entire article again on my website. And then for the login link, I guess I have to go back and copy the login link again. Alright, now let me paste the link. Okay, that's the only thing that I changed. Steps number 6, 7, 8, and 9. And since it's no longer visiting websites to do competitor analysis, then hopefully it can just get the article done. This is not a full SEO work anymore, but given the situation and given the complications that occur, I think it makes sense to just cut some corner and at least just get the job done. Well, this is the result. I think Yeah, this is technically an article, but this is too short. You can see that there's only this title and then one paragraph. This doesn't really qualify as an SEO-friendly article, that's for sure, but Proxy claimed that it has completed all the tasks. Well, I really couldn't complain. It's something that it was able to do eventually, but this is not the full article, and I actually can see that it seems to struggle to identify the interface of the website. Right here, it is seems to be going back and forth, trying to maybe click multiple elements on the website, and I don't think that it was able to copy the content from the website. So yeah, that's another issue with AI agent. But I have another prompt that I'm going to try. This is going to be the simplified version of the previous prompt that I just showed you earlier. Let's click new chat, and this is going to be a lot simpler. It's not going to be involving any third-party AI tool. So basically, after it picks a topic, it will go to my WordPress website, and then it will generate the content based on the topic that it chooses. So again, I'm not using ChatGPT because I tried that and it doesn't seem to be consistent. And this time I'm using the classic editor. So previously it was on the Gutenberg editor, which I have to admit it's a bit too complicated for AI to understand, but hopefully classic editor is a lot more straightforward and eventually AI can write the content right here. That's at least my expectation, but let's see if AI agent can actually do the task correctly. Okay, this is gonna be another waiting game, and since this is gonna be my 5th attempt, this is gonna be my last because the free account on Proxy can only allow you to get up to 5 credits a day, 5 sessions. So after this, I have to wait another 24 hours to get new credits. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're not subscribing to the pro version of this AI platform. But I have a high hope that this is going to work. Okay, so this is the final result of the AI agent trying to write an article on my website. You can tell that it is done, but maybe the article formatting is not there yet. It is using the Markdown format, which is the typical format of AI when responding to a query. And unfortunately, it is not being rendered properly on this classic editor, so you have to, manually copy and paste into some sort of Markdown to HTML converter, and then you can replace the content with the new HTML version. But I would say I still consider this as finished. So it's done everything. It visit the keyword research tool, and then it pick a topic and then create the article based on the topic that AI choose. So yeah, that's the work of an AI agent. Is it perfect? Definitely not, but you can improve upon it. You can modify your prompt until you can get AI agent to work exactly the way you want it to work. Again, I have mentioned before that I have been using these prompts before and they do work, but sometimes they don't work. And I think at this point, given that we are still in the very early stage of AI agent, it is safe to say that you have to monitor the work of AI. And maybe it is only makes sense when you are using AI agent to do tasks that not very complicated, and if you have access to credentials, I think that's going to be very, very helpful. But yeah, I would say I'm going to call it a day, and that's basically how you can use an AI agent to do certain tasks that you would normally do when managing website or creating content on your website. I will definitely learn more about this. I will create more videos about AI agents in the future. So if you want to see more content like that, then please consider subscribing to this channel. But anyway, if you want to know more about how you can use traditional AI tools like Perplexity or ChatGPT more seriously, and you want to improve the SEO of your article, then check out this video and I'll see you there.